Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, guys. Welcome to your reading. This reading will be with you for the next maybe 2 weeks, close to 2 weeks, depending on your individual timeline, guys. Now, today is the 29th of September 2021, and let's see what your energy is, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. What is your energy talking about around this portion in time, guys? I'm sorry, my throat is hurting a little. It's probably the weather change that we all are having going through at this point. You'll excuse me with this throat I'm having, but yeah, we'll manage to get it done. Capricorn, let's see. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising with Jupiter and Venus in your individual planetary positions. Take it in the way it resonates with you, guys. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay? The Ace of Pentacles shows up with the Hanged Man. So, there is something that you are definitely putting a lot of thought into. Nine of Cups. Something about a new wish fulfillment with the World card. Yeah. Some kind of travel, celebration, the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely putting a lot of thought into some situation in the tangible world, Capricorn, and we'll see what it is, right? You're looking at things from a different perspective. You're trying to understand what it is that you will probably have to look into, putting more thought, right? Juggling with your emotions, maybe a little bit here and there, right? Because you don't want to be defeated in your purpose and whatever that you guys want in your life. Right, Capricorn, you want to be successful. So you could be, yeah, the Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there is some kind of, I would say, you're not in a rush, more so what I'm getting at this point. But you would like things to work out, right? You want things to work out. You're waiting for the right moment. Yeah, see the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the story. The Sun card. That's good news. Wow. Okay. And the Four of Wands. Okay. Guys, you won't be able to see the cards of the way I'm doing the recording, but we'll talk about it as we get into the picture, into the game, okay? So we got the 4 and the 4. In between is the Wheel of Fortune. So, could be a question of stability here that you're looking. And stability with money, finance, health, wealth, everything, right? It's something that brings in a lot of joy and happiness in your life as well. The Knight of Swords, okay. So you're definitely trying to work your energy, Capricorn, in a more what I'm getting, in a more positive way, right? That's what I said right in the beginning. You're not in a rush. You're definitely trying to hold back your rush with the Knight of Pentacles, with the action. Okay. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, one after the other, And we got two cards here, the Five of Wands and the Magician. Okay. All right, we'll see what's going on, Capricorn. All right. But before we move, the Six of Swords at the bottom, the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. And then we have the World card. So there is a stop in here, a completion in here. Okay, we'll see what's going on, guys. Well, what's going on? Let's see. Now, with the Four of Cups, what I'm getting that, like I said, you're not in a rush. Okay, but at the same time, you are wanting to take your time before you say or do anything in your life further on, you know. You just don't want to take action without thinking. You want to put in a lot of thoughts into the right place, right? Because this is coming from a situation where you have gone through some kind of learning and understanding in your own situation, right? When you have realized, or you're realizing, that there are a lot of things in life that you probably have missed out on because you haven't been focused on your understanding, on your wisdom, right? So with the Knight of Swords, you want to rush. There is that urgency that you're feeling, Capricorn, that you want to say, you want to do, you want to, you know, take action, you want to go quick, right? But then you're holding back. You're holding back. Whatever the situation is, take it in the way it resonates with you, guys. Whatever that situation in your life is that, you know, is telling you, wait, hold on. Don't jump into conclusions. Don't jump into action straight away. Take your time a little bit. Understand the situation better, right? Pay attention to what you have learned from a previous experience in your life, from something that you are kind of yet still, what is the word? You're still kind of coming to terms with, more so, I would like to say, right? Whatever that situation has been that has created an adverse effect on your situation, on your life, you're kind of trying to come to terms with that situation for some. For some, it's like learning to build patience in yourself, in your own understanding, learning to gain that wisdom of having patience, you know, and not doing and thinking or rushing without thinking, or doing things without giving it a thought, proper thought, right? So there could be a lot of situation that you are wanting to take care of. For some of you, that is kind of a little bit unsettling in your emotional part of the story. You're feeling a little bit unsettled in your emotional outpour, but then at the same time, you are being a little bit more cautious in your own understanding of the whole situation. Like, you know, like what I said, is coming to terms of your own understanding, where you're telling yourself that it is time to have some more patience and gain the exact knowledge that universe is bringing forward into your life, Capricorn, right? So that's what they're saying, that it's okay. Like, you might have done things without thinking, like I said, or without thinking. You might have opened up and spoken. You might have been very frank about some situations in your life that could have been very hurtful for some people, right? And it could have created a very adverse reaction in your life, right? Which is also talking about karma, right? Where you have hurt somebody. I'm not saying you have hurt anybody intentionally, but unintentionally you might have said something that might have hurt somebody. You know, you thought you were being very frank, but in all honesty, it was not a matter of being frank, but it was more of a matter of you reconciling in the way you speak and act from now on. You have to be very careful, is what the energy is talking to me about, Capricorn. That you need to be a little bit more conscious of the way you speak with people, you act with people. You know, there is, people say it's good to be frank. There is no doubt. It's good to be frank. It's good to be honest. But sometimes in life, when you are very frank or when you are being very honest about situations, you end up saying things or doing things that you don't realize at that point could be very hurtful for somebody else, right? But you're thinking in your head, you're thinking, oh, I'm doing the right thing, I'm being very honest, I'm being very frank. But it's not that. It's a matter of you realizing that you have to have the right way of communication. You know, where emotions definitely is a part of that communication. You can't be very honest and frank and brutally honest. It's like, It's like, you know, one, two, three, and then it's it's done with. The conversation is over. If you do that kind of conversation, you're going to have difficulty emoting in the right way, right? So you need a mix and match of both your emotion as well as your communication skill. You can definitely be frank with people. You can tell them what you have to tell them in the right way. There is no problem. But as long as you understand your right emotional approach that is required, Capricorn, even when you are being very honest and brutally honest or frank about any situation in your life, you have to emote that frankness. When I say emote that frankness, you have to mix that little spell of emotion in that bottle of frankness, right? So that has to be an alchemy here. There has to be an alchemy in your understanding of how frank and what frank means to people. And you have to be patient. If you are conversing with somebody and somebody doesn't understand you, for example, which happens often in our lives, right? We are trying to say something to somebody and the other person is not grasping your thought quickly or is not grasping your words quickly, and you tend to get impatient because you are running short of your patience, right? So you might end up saying something that hurts the other person. So this is where they are telling you, Capricorn, that you have to understand, act, and emote in the right way. It is very difficult to control your impatience when you are rushing towards something, you have a deadline to meet, right? You are going against time and you have a lot of things to handle when you don't have emotions to really look into. But it's very important. It's very important to look into your emotions. That is what they are trying to tell you. Otherwise, your situation or whatever that you are trying to manifest will not happen. People will not listen to you. People will not work with you. And you by yourself will not be able to do everything, right? So you have to have the right balance. They're talking about the right balance, right? So watch out for that story here, guys. It's very important because there is a change with the wheel, right? There is a change that is in the way for you, Capricorn. The wheel shows up, right? Which is a significant amount of change in your life, a change of cycle for some of you, a change of circumstances, a change of time, a change of destiny. Something new is in the waiting, is in the waiting, right? So you have to be very cognizant of this situation here if you want the change to manifest in the right way. Because if your karma does not support you, however much the change may be there for you in the pipeline, will not come forward, right? For the change to move forward into your life, for you to welcome that change, for you to begin something new, you have to watch your activity, your communication, your emotions in the right way. That's your karma right there talking about, right? Knight of Pentacles. So you have to be very patient. Like I said, you have to be very patient with your situation, right? You could be very slow. Some people might tell you, oh, you're being very slow in understanding, you're being very slow in moving forward to a new situation. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. Take your time. Do your analysis. Do your calculations. Right? Think about it. And it's also the divine timing with the Knight of Pentacles. But do your due diligence. But do it in the right way. That's what they're trying to tell you. Right? Whatever the change that you guys are manifesting, in whichever direction of your life, personal, professional, it doesn't matter. Whichever direction in life that you are manifesting a change, please keep continuing to work towards it. Don't stop. But then at the same time, take your time. Take your time. Be serviceable to the new change. Work towards the new change. Do your duty, do your service towards a new start, new change, new goal, new ambition, new beginning, whatever that. But again, do it slow and do it steadily. Don't rush, don't jump the gun. Don't rush forward trying to take that time in control of your own hands, right? You cannot control time. Nobody can. Universe has the time clock in their hand. You don't have the time clock. What you have in your hand is just a clock, which is giving you that the time, the morning and the afternoon, the evening. That's all. But the real time you don't have. The real time watch is in nobody's hand in the 3D. That is the only clock which is with the 5D, over which you have no control. So therefore, you have to believe and have faith in yourself and continue to keep working. Don't stop working. Continue to keep working till you reach your finish line, right? Till you reach your end destination. But like I said, go steady, go slow, go steady. Don't jump the guns. Then again, things will stop. Things will stop, okay? So be very cautious of this situation, but continue to keep working towards manifesting what you want to now bring forward, to welcome back in your life. But then, like I said, take your time, think about things in the right way, work with the right objective in mind, right? And don't rush forward. without thinking. Take a step back. When that urgency hits you, oh, I'm going to do it now, I'm going to rush now, I'm going to get this done by tomorrow, by afternoon, by morning, whatever the deadline you set for yourself, at that moment, remember that it's time to take a step back and reevaluate if what you're thinking or doing is the right thing. If it seems right to you, then by all means go ahead and do it. But if there is an if that kind of is there in yourself, in your understanding, then take a step back again and recheck on that situation and reevaluate yourself to recalculate your directions in the right way. If this is your plan for say tomorrow, right? I've got a meeting at 10 o'clock, I've got another meeting at 12 o'clock, I have to go run an errand at 3 o'clock, I have to pick up my kid at 5 o'clock, and whatever the errands could be in your everyday life, right? At that moment, when that rush is hitting you and you're like telling, oh, yeah, this, oh, I'm past 4 o'clock, it's 4:05 and 4:15 the bus comes, or 4:20 the school bus comes. I have to be there dot 4:20 or else my child will be probably standing all by himself or herself, right? And that urgency is to get on quickly. At that moment, calm down, relax, and tell yourself it's okay, right? You cannot rush with time or against time. Time and you will have to go together, hand in hand. And only then the change or situations in your life will improve, Capricorn. If you are rushing against time or rushing ahead of your time, you will not be able to achieve your desired result. That's what they are telling you. So be very cognizant of that situation, because that urgency will be there. That energy is here. Where you would want to be an achiever, you want to do this, you want to do that, take your time. Come back. Pull yourself back. Rethink. Is it required? Is it really necessary for me to do grocery shopping at 2 o'clock tomorrow? Or can I postpone the grocery shopping till 7 in the evening and use that moment or use that time to do something different that will allow me to calm down and give myself some amount of time to even chill and relax, right? So take a step back. Take a step back, re-evaluate, recalculate, do your time management program. If possible, make a note on a sheet of paper so that you don't forget that this is your everyday routine from 7 in the morning till 9 in the evening. And then every hour, make a note. And if you are feeling very stressed about the whole situation, then try to see how you can effectively do some time management in between your long hours of the day, so that it gives you time to divulge in your own methods, to understand that it's necessary for you to go a little bit slow as well at when things are like really heating up and moving past your control. Okay, so that's what the advice would be for you, Capricorn. Okay, that is what it is. And this is where the Four of Wands is, because some of you guys could be having difficulties at home. For some it could be there is problem in a marriage situation, or there could be problems just in between your family members, right? Where each one of you are kind of saying things that nobody is agreeing with, or thinking on the same, or being on the same page, because then you've got the 5 of Wands. This is the 4 and the 5 of Wands. So technically speaking, there is a lot of conflict even within yourself, Capricorn, with regards to the situation. That's why probably you want to rush, and you want to say things, you want to do things which is not in accordance with your judgmental issue, or it's not your type of personality as well. For some, for some it could be that you are just being provoked way too hard, or for some you're juggling with too many things. You're juggling with your job, you're juggling with your career, you're juggling with your boss, with your colleagues, you're juggling at home with your family, with your kids, with and even in the outer, the school, the kids go to school, the parents, teachers, and all that stuff, the meetings. So you could be juggling with a lot of things in your life at this point, and that is a lot of situation that you are learning to understand that you can do this. You can do this. Because what is happening is, the moment you are trying to, and this could be creating a lot of assertiveness in you, that what you're trying to tell people are feeling that you're being bossy, that you're showing off your ego, that you're trying to dictate your own terms and conditions on them. So they could be reacting towards you in a different way, right? And that is creating a lot of problems in yourself, in your home, in your environment, within your family circle, your friends, anybody. It can be anybody. With your siblings, with your own parents, for some, right? Because you're trying to you're trying to tell people that, listen, what I'm getting, that I've got too many things to juggle, I've got too many things to run and work with, I don't have the time or the patience, right? That kind of an energy is cropping up in here, that you're letting people know that I don't have the time or patience to go through each and every problem with a magnifying glass, and you're trying to and this is upsetting the situation, because you're possibly not being able to compete or combat this internal or external strife within yourself. True, because you're, like I said, you're juggling, you're rushing against time, you're becoming too busy, you're trying to do a lot of things, you're putting everything, on the platter to put them accordingly and serve it right, but it's not being possible. It's not being possible. And it's a learning lesson. There is something that change requires to happen. This is where the wheel comes in. This is where they are telling you, Capricorn, that this change requires, there is a change in this situation, but you have to learn to understand what it is, what is that lesson, that change, that understanding in yourself. It's very, very important for you to understand. And the moment you understand what it is that you're not doing right, or you have not been doing right, that's when things will change, because you will gather back your wisdom to understand that you have not been perfect in your own situation as well, because what you have been manifesting is the situation, right? You have been manifesting this entire situation because you thought that you are the magician, you can handle everything. That however much or big the chaos may be in your life, you can always handle that because you are the magician and you can work your magic in every situation. But here is the universe telling you that no, it's not possible to work your magic in that way. You have to be very careful now with regards to what you do, what you say, how you behave, what you think, how you interact with people, because otherwise you will be only messing up a lot more situations in your life than it needs to be, Capricorn, right? So you have to be very, very cognizant of this situation, that whatever you have done things wrong before, learn to use your intelligence and correct the situation now. It's time for you to reevaluate and correct all the situations in your life that you have not possibly understood before, and you have not taken action on that before, right? So it's very important for you, Capricorn, to understand and take action on this situation, because this change is something that is you have manifested. Now you can manifest a change again if you want to. So whatever that you have manifested before, you can reverse the whole situation and create back a new situation in your life, because you can do that. That's why Magician is showing up in here. So use your intelligence, use your will, use your wisdom to gather your knowledge, to think right, and to do things by right now, Capricorn. It's very important, guys, very important message that is being delivered to you around this portion in time. Okay, now moving forward, excuse me, Six of Swords, Six of Wands, right? It talks about a transition. Excuse me, my throat again. Talks about a transition where you possibly wanted to move out of a difficult period. You want to be happy again. You want to be successful. You want to bring back that happiness, the victory, the joy, from your everyday trouble, everyday rigmarole, everyday problems. You want to just move out, right? And that movement, you will be able to move, because there is a close here. So this cycle that had been stopped previously will open again, provided you can manifest the new opening in your life. That's what they are saying here, that whatever you have manifested before, let it go. Let it go. Don't think about it. Right or wrong, good or bad, let it go. But now look at the new opportunity. Look at what you can rebuild in your life once again. What is that new situation that is calling your attention towards? What is that new situation that you can bring back to life again? In your case, Capricorn. So wherever you had been stopped in moving before, or in doing what you haven't been able to do before, right? That cycle is closing. That chapter is closing for you, Capricorn, and a new chapter is opening up in your case. But you have to be very cognizant as you move forward, because you got the Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, look. Yeah, there is a new reboot. Yeah, so the Three of Wands is the divine timing. It's coming. It's in the way, right? But at the moment it happens, the moment you get that signal, you can start to work on your new situation in life. It's coming, right? Whatever that reboot is. The Ace of Wands for me is a reboot from the old into the new situation. So the divine timing is coming in your favor. You are waiting for that time period. You still have to wait a little while more, a little longer. but it's happening. It's working towards your benefit, because an old situation where you haven't been able to achieve a victory in your case, where you have been smothered by other people, other vices, other situations have taken over, have been controlling your own situation in life, where you have got all tied up in different segments of your life, right? That particular situation that was not allowing your freedom is coming to life, right? Which means a new chapter is about to open up in your life, but for which you just need a little bit more patience, guys, because as soon as you get the signal, you will know how to do, what are the things that you have to work on, what are the things you need to concentrate in order to completely reboot and start your life fresh from the Ace of Wand, or with the Ace of Wand. The drive, that inspiration, that new situation that is building up in your life, as soon as you get that news that you're waiting for, you will start to work, you will start to manifest, you will start to reboot back your life into existence. Once again, a new refresher course is starting in your life, or is about to start, Capricorn. Okay, so pay attention to what I have just told you, or my spirit has told you, and around this portion in time. Pay close attention to your situation, because things are improving for you, Capricorn, but you have to be, like I told you, you have to be wise to reverse what you had manifested before, and a new situation that is in the way, that is coming in the way towards your own happiness, towards your own beginning, will start to build up. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.